What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Brent Watches Babylon 5 for the first time. My name is Brent. I'm watching Babylon 5 for the first time. You guys are here to join me as I watch today's episode, Season 4, Episode 16, titled The Vital Exercise of Power. My prediction last week was this one is going to be one where Sheridan has just brought in some of these new folks to his resistance, I guess, the voice of the resistance. So he's brought them into the resistance, and I think he's going to make a decision. He's going to make a call that lots of people are going to question, and it's not going to go well for Sheridan. And I think overall, this is going to be a test of his leadership. What does he do when people don't necessarily just fall in line? And honestly, how he wins them over and really establishes his leadership as they go forward. They announced that the plan was colonies, Mars, and then Earth. We got 7 episodes to the end of the season. I don't think we're going straight to Mars in this episode. Maybe there's another colony out there. I think Jeff mentioned something like Orion 7 or something maybe like that. Maybe there's another colony. Maybe this is just sort of a middle episode as we fly on over to Mars. Anyway, that's where I think it's going. I don't know. I've never seen this episode before, but I'm about to. And you guys are here along for the journey. Please, down in the comments, no spoilers. I haven't seen anything past this part of the show. Let's keep it that way. We're so close to the end, guys. We've been doing so good with keeping Jeff and I spoiler free, and the end is honestly in sight. Like it's right there. We can kind of see it, you know. Every week it's getting closer. So let's do that. But while you're here, please like, subscribe, share this video, tell your friends about this video if you like what we're doing here at Babylon 5 for the first time. Also, if you're interested in full reactions, head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Babylon5 first. That's the number 5, the word first, and you can find our full reaction videos. You can find access to a Discord server that Jeff and I are on, and one that we're not, where you guys can talk about with each other what's going on with us. You can get access to our notes early. You can do all sorts of stuff over there. Join a growing, huge community over there. And I can't believe the number of you folks out there who have joined us over there. So hello to all of our patrons out there. All right, let's jump into this episode, the exercise of vital power.
This is Commander Susan Ivanova, bringing you the voice of the resistance. The Liberation Fleet continues to retake territory held in violation of the Earth Alliance Constitution. More ships on the other side continue to defect, carrying stories of atrocities carried out under the direct orders of President Clark. In addition to the liberation of Proxima 3, the colony at Beta Durrani and the mid-range military base have also been freed.
There you go.
The long march toward Earth continues.
Personal log, Michael Garibaldi. Before he went to Zahadum, he never would have gone up against our own government like this. I don't know. Maybe he thinks he's Alexander the Great, and maybe he thinks he's John the Baptist, and maybe he wants to take over the whole operation for himself. That's the part that worries me. That's the part that made me come back here. Mars. I can't believe I'm back on Mars.
I really like when there's a voiceover type thing going on, whether it's Ivanova, Garibaldi, Sheridan, any of those guys. It just adds something. I don't usually like voiceovers in visual storytelling like this, but in this case, it really seems to be adding a whole lot. All right, Garibaldi's back on Mars. I didn't think we'd be here so fast. And looks like some more colonies have been freed, ones I don't think we've heard of before. I didn't even write down the names of the ones she said, but looks like there's some more. And they have added more ships to their Liberation Fleet, they're calling it. That's an interesting name. Let's find out what happens.
Warning, respiration decreasing, heartbeat irregular, cerebral activity approaching critical, cardiac failure predicted in 30 seconds. 20 seconds.
That was a very fast 10 seconds.
Patient life signs stabilizing, returning to nominal.
Hey, look, Doc!
Zip. Shadow implants have defense systems on top of defense systems.
Zach, Ivanova said you were looking for me?
Oh, Lita, yeah. Now, you'll go into his head, look around, see if you can help him remember anything. If you can pull a visual ID on the guy.
Standard commission, plus 10% stress fee if I have to relive the attack.
Done. Just let me tell him we're coming.
I'm not so sure that Jeff is right. I don't know that they're getting it together just yet. Oh, is she getting him? Can Lita cure them?
50 cc's until she's stable. And
can Lita cure them? That would make sense. Her enhanced abilities from the Vorlons. Get it, Lita?
Lita.
Dude! Dude, he just messed her up. Oh my gosh. What is he doing? Why would he just mess her up like that? Oh, that's Franklin being, oh. And you can see he was like, oh, I know what to do now. But he just, oh my gosh. You shut up and let it happen.
Touch.
That room is 100% bugged. Got video on him, 100%.
Hey, what the hell? Come on!
Don't be concerned, Mr. Garibaldi. Everything's fine. You're in no imminent danger.
Yeah, thanks for the reassurance.
Eggers is the one who put Garibaldi in the Psychor thing.
What's she doing here?
She is a telepath, Mr. Garibaldi. She knows nothing of our situation here or our discussion. I have hired her for a surface scan only. She will not probe deeply, will not know the context of our discussion. She will only tell me if you are telling the truth when you answer. Do you understand? I want you to tell me what you think about telepaths.
Telepaths?
He's got to say that in front of her.
Well,
Feel free to be honest, Mr. Garibaldi. Her job is to report.
By the way, Edgar's totally the guy that kidnapped Garibaldi and put him in that brainwashing thing. He's been behind this the whole time. Absolutely.
Not to be offended by your opinions. Go on. I understand you disappeared from Babylon 5 for some time this past January. Do you know what happened to you?
no. I don't remember anything.
Thank you, Mr. Garibaldi. You may go now. One more thing. Are you still in love with my wife?
What?
Yep.
It's a very straightforward question, Mr. Garibaldi. Are you still in love with my wife?
Of course he is.
No, I'm not.
Thank you. You may return to your room now.
Did it go all right?
Fine.
Did he say anything about me?
No, it never came up. I think he's put it all behind him.
Good. That's good. As long as you're comfortable with him.
I think he'd be a fine addition. Don't worry.
To what?
Everything's gonna be just fine.
That was incredibly vague. He'll be a fine addition to what? She's gonna die. She about to get it. She gone.
All right.
Eggers is bad
ready.
news, man.
One more. Implants may be stimulating the production of brain accelerants, making it work faster, which is necessary if you've been turned into the central processing center of a shadow vessel. But without control or direction, the brain functions become erratic or distorted. They start casting about, looking for something to do. And when it doesn't find it, it starts tearing itself apart and anything nearby.
Thanks for explaining it all to us, Franklin.
Getting a 10%. Oh!
It's all right. You're safe. No one's gonna hurt you.
The machines are gone?
Yeah. Yes, the shadow vessels are gone. They're not gonna hurt you.
Why am I
alive?
I can't live like this.
Go to sleep.
Lita's a boss, dude. How powerful is she really? Yeah, I never noticed the two buns in the back of her hair.
If Sheridan tries to force a military showdown, Clark will cut the final ties that hold the Psychor in check. He'll turn it into a military and police force answerable only to him.
Thought police.
Exactly. Once that happens, they'll never let go. There are other ways to fix
He's not wrong. It doesn't sound like he's wrong at all.
He still thinks he's in charge. We let Clark have his way because we didn't see this telepath thing coming until it was too late. Sheridan's campaign threatens to disrupt our timetable. He's just making Clark more paranoid by giving him a real enemy.
And the more paranoid he gets, the more power he gives to the Psychor. But how do you stop the core?
I'm sorry.
None of that
I didn't
means
know that
Sheridan's a
you were,
bad guy. That just means he's
I just came here to tell you
thwarting their
breakfast is
plans
ready.
unknowingly.
That's fine, Lise. I'll be right there.
I think I found a way to neutralize the implants for brief periods of time. We're setting up an amplifier system that will echo Lita's telepathic commands. And look, it's really complicated right now, and I'm trying to keep it all in my head.
When do you think you can get them up and running?
I don't know.
This is important, Stephen.
You know, why? Why is this so important? Now, if you want me to do this right, I need to know what this is all about.
Stephen.
I mean it.
He's not wrong on this one.
All right.
He's really not wrong here.
Encoding this message every 3 seconds, so program your system to keep up.
All right, go ahead.
Stephen, I've asked some hard things of you in the past. This may be the hardest of all. I don't think you're going to like it, but we don't have much choice.
I have a long-term job for you. You available?
Yeah.
Good.
She wants to pay rent.
Start packing. We'll leave in a few days as soon as I take care of everything.
Where are we going?
Mars.
Everybody's going to Mars.
How long has he been off the drug?
It's 5 days.
Symptoms are occurring faster than before.
They're experimenting on these human beings.
I know it hurts. Part of the process. I can only tell you it'll be over soon. I want him put down.
Shouldn't they finish the test?
We know it works. There's no need to prolong this. Put him down. Put them all down. There's enough pain in the universe already.
So he's a compassionate Hitler.
Don't add to it until we have to.
He's experimenting on human beings to commit genocide. Those are telepaths. He's trying to kill them all. That's what it is. He's not trying to save them. He's trying to kill them. I get it now.
You get to Sheridan through his father.
Nobody knows where he is. Clark's people have been turning Earth upside down and haven't been able to find him.
They can't, but I can. His father has a rare blood disease. Requires he takes regular injections of tenasticin.
That's a Centauri drug. We supply it to a number of hospitals back home. Very rare, very expensive.
Which makes it easy to track. Wherever he goes, he has to keep taking the medicine.
He just
My guess
gave
is
up.
he didn't have enough time to buy a lot of it before he went into hiding. Now, he probably has a friend handling the prescription, but it shouldn't take long to find a bogus entry in the med records. You get him, you can get Sheridan.
We still need someone to set him up and bring him down.
I can do that.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You're doing the right thing, Michael. I hope you understand that.
If you have to be reassured that you're doing the right thing, you're probably not doing the right thing.
Mars. 3 times before, this place almost killed me. And now, I've finally finished the job. I don't know what I care about anymore. Except Lise. I screwed up both our lives pretty good. Now I get to make up for it. Assuming any of us can ever make up for anything we've done in the past. Maybe we can't. Maybe we just have to live with it and get on with it and do what we have to. Never what we want to. It has to be done. I hope he can see that someday.
There is no way that that is where this episode should end, because the episode didn't finish. This episode is not over by a long shot. This episode does not have a beginning, middle, and end. This episode is very much middle episode. It's hard to judge it based on its own merits because it is so incomplete. It's an incomplete episode. If I'm doing a rewatch, and again, this is pure projection because I haven't seen anything past this episode, but I'm guessing these last 7 episodes are like function as one episode. You know, like the end of Deep Space Nine, that last 10 episodes really is one big arc. And when you're watching that arc, you don't skip episodes. You just watch all 10 of them. That's what this is. This is just like episode 3 or 2 in the middle of that big mess. That being said, I enjoyed this episode. I liked this episode. This was intriguing. I don't think there's a lot to it as much as just, okay, that's what happened. But I mean, we forward plot. I can't imagine this is going to be a super long recording with Jeff this week. Just a guess, because it's a lot of, yep, that happened. And here's some new information we got. A lot of new information we got, particularly the Lita stuff. She's going to be able to help get these telepaths back up and running. But what is going on? A big question I have coming out of this is Garibaldi right? Does Sheridan have this sort of messiah complex that is actually dangerous? Just because he's the hero of our story doesn't mean that he's the hero in everyone's story. That's all I got for this week, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If I'm muted, it's because the show ended muted. I think I'm just feeling the end of Garibaldi. Like, oh, this is heavy. You guys make sure you join us on Monday. Jeff and I'll get together. We'll dive deep into this episode and go through it with a fine-tooth comb. Probably won't take that long. But hey, listen, while you're here, make sure you comment down below, like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Hit that bell icon. Please share the video. And like I said, if you want more content from me and Brent, if you want more content from me and Jeff, hit us up on patreon.com/Babylon5First. That's the number 5, the word first. Till next time, guys. Take care.